Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Panasonic R-1551 and we're performing an evening medium wave band scan. We're going to go over features of the radio, do a little size comparison, then cruise the evening band. I really like these old vintage radios. This one's one of my favorites. So let's look at it. Left hand side of the radio, we have an earphone jack and a textured cabinet. On the front of the radio, we have a plastic speaker grill here with about a 3.5-inch speaker. Nice sounding. We have a national, I think, symbol there. That's what that says. It says Panasonic with the N. Yep. And then over here, we have Panasonic and a really cool curved dial with a curved dial indicator. If you guys can see that, it's a pretty neat setup. Down here we have 3 rotary switches. We have a AC battery. We have a high-low tone control. And then we have our volume on-off wheel. On the right-hand side we have the tuning wheel. Top of the radio we have a metal handle, which is awesome. Love seeing real metal on a radio. It's the best. New stuff's all plastics. On the back here we have a vented case. And we have our little label there showing us the frequency range of this radio. It says 525 to 1605. I found out that this radio tunes all the way to 1700, which is pretty fantastic. There's your battery compartment here, and behind here is 4 AA batteries and a AC cord. I'd show you, but it is kind of rough to open up, so we'll leave it closed. Let's do a little size comparison, and then we'll turn this on and do cruise evening band. Let's see what we got. CC pocket. Current time is 10:08 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. There you go for information's sake. As you can tell, this radio is pretty beefy. This is meant to be like a tabletop radio and an on-the-go radio in a pinch. I actually carried this around the neighborhood the other day, and it was really nice. Here we are, the CC Skywave. Give you an idea for size. And last but not least, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves radios from Taiwan land. I guess this radio's made in Taiwan, which is surprising because it has that Japanese quality feel to it for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this on and hear what we can hear on the band tonight. Gonna face it towards this direction. Let's see if we can't pick up CHLO on 530, Brampton, Ontario. Here we are, CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles. They state 250 watts at night. It comes in so good sometimes, I wonder if it's a higher rated. But they do state 250. Pretty neat.
ओके सिटी का नाम चंडीगढ़ और फ्रूट का नाम चंपक और फ्रूट का नाम कैरेट.
It's a ticking sound. You win.
अरे सैलेड हो गया. अरे ये
It's coming really good.
कहाँ से आपका दोस्त है?
I got a little bit of faith. I want to be completely wrong on this. I want the XFL to stick around as long as it possibly can. I don't want this to be another one of these fly-by-night leagues. I think anybody that loves football...
This is coming in fantastic. 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts. But the deal with this station is it's very directional. I think it's aimed away from me.
And until they got stupid and greedy, trying to go head-to-head with the NFL, the USFL was a successful spring football league.
It's always an honor, and you're 100% correct about what the president was saying, because it's not only about...
WIND on 560, Chicago, Illinois.
What Californians have been doing is compelling states. If you have an insurance policy, you have to have abortion in it. It goes directly into nature, which would be the slack code. But at the same time,
I'll look this up.
years of vassal for that. looking to Azerbaijan.
So this fading station is WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota. It's 460 miles, 5,000 watts.
That is there. Surrounding our states that are either not transparent or secret. What is your election?
You're playing identity politics. How many people can you fit into the check the box area? Right? So, all right, trans, African American, Native. I mean, you start checking all the boxes. I think
580 is usually WTCM, Traverse City, Michigan. It's 215 miles, 1,000 watts at night.
one thing about Trump is he aims big. He aims big in the sense that he's talking about really. He talked about a lot of
That's the call. I just got it in today, actually.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Congratulations. What a great day.
Thank you so much.
That's a fun day. That's cool. I remember when I bought Sharon's ring. It was a little tiny thing, but I remember when I bought it.
That's exactly right. I kept it under 2K. I kept it modest.
Yeah, well, believe me, I was under 2K. I was under a quarter.
This is WKZO. Oh no, sorry, this is KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska. 405 miles, 5,000 watts.
So you get ready to be married, making more than 10. You come out of the Army, coming to school. What's your degree in?
Yes, sir. It's in cybersecurity.
Oh, geez, you're going to be making bank. Your 110's going to double shortly. Yeah. Save up and pay cash for your rentals, man. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to do everything you want to do. You are so goal-oriented. You're so focused. You are on fire, man. Wow, what a great day. Thank you for your service to the country, too.
This is 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles, 5,000 watts. And I'm wondering if the station before was actually KXSP. I don't think it was.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
Yeah, we're getting bleed over.
Stable relations with the neighbors, providing through the diplomatic means favorable conditions in terms of foreign policy, so that we can successfully implement.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Yeah, I think we had bleed over, so negate the 590.
To get you to spend less money. I mean, just saying to yourself, I really shouldn't be spending all this money. All that does is you feel like disappointment or shame or whatever. It doesn't change anything, and it's just a negative thing. But if you got something you really want to do...
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Directional for sure.
Putting that money aside, do you do your banking at a bank or credit union?
Credit union.
So God sent his only son to be that sacrifice. Through him, we come to God. So Jesus is the missing piece. That makes sense to me.
So the religious program here is KYFI 630, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Selectivity can be a little touchy, but sometimes it works really well. During the day, it was pretty decent.
We discussed it one day as we drove to the store.
so. You believe Jesus was the Messiah?
Cool. And this direction here is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles on 630, 6,000 watts. Hispanic music on 640 right next to Nashville there. 640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts. And then the next, of course, was Nashville, Tennessee on 650. So let's go ahead and tune that in. This sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Got the low tone going. It sounds really good to keep it on low. WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles on 650.
Chicago. The winter is...
Trying to pick up 660 here. Let's go to 670.
To enter for your chance to win a trip for two to Phoenix, Arizona, including cash to use toward tickets, experiences, and more. Visit 670thescore.com/spring training for more information. Must be 21 or older to enter. Limit 1 entry per person. 19 crimes. Cheers to the infamous. Hey, it's Danny.
Piece of solder there. They wanted to scratch up my table. WSCR, the score, 670. Home of the Cubs.
When you need help, make sure you coach BlueChew.com, and that will take care of everything for the rest of your life.
Ozzy, I mean, was your experience with BlueChew.com pretty easy?
Yes, because you're fast, quicker than what you think.
He does so much for us. You see when he goes, he literally plays in every situation. We put a lot of responsibility on him, and he takes a lot of pride in that. I mean, it's one of those things when you lose bodies like that. It's not really one guy that can replace him because he is so important. But I think you just throw a little bit more responsibility to everyone.
Okay, so this here is 690 CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
Did their play to yours, or did you fail to adjust yours to theirs?
3%. While we can't predict what will happen in the future, we do know that rates have dropped.
WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
800 Quicken, or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn how refinancing now may be the right mortgage solution for you.
Real life stories from 1 to 4 on 710
The Jim Hogan Show rolls along, helping men and women get clear so they can get qualified, get connected, then get started, get promoted.
Gonies, 3-ways. But it goes deeper than that. There's something about the experience we want to tell Mickey. First of all, workers greeted hello. They know what I want. Second of all...
Okay, I had them fuss with that. I thought I heard the call letters on 710. I heard 710. Don't know if I heard WOR or not. New York, 750 miles. I'll check that with headphones and check. And if I got it, I'll put it here. If not, yeah, that was tough. I started messing with the dial when I'm bringing 700 and 720. They're two huge stations next to each other.
And targeted consistently. National Realty.
Here's 720 WGN Chicago.
Income producing real estate. You're secured on large apartment buildings. You're backed by $750 million of quality new construction. You receive monthly electronic cash flow payments. You're diversified with 15 large...
Right to 740 instead of 730. I believe it's kind of fading. Let me just double check it with the Skywave here.
He shall free them, but he himself was broke.
There you go. CFZM, Zoomer Radio, 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Almost human, he sang beneath your wisdom.
And by the way, you'll get that free when you order Genucel to get rid of bags and puffiness under your eyes, and you'll get their immediate effects when you need to look good fast. Now go to call now 800-SKIN-509, or literally you can go to...
Here's 750 WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles, coming in sweet.
We'll come back more from New Hampshire. It's the Sean Hannity Show, an amazing Hannity tonight. It may even be more amazing if this plan comes to fruition.
Savage. The Savage Nation is sponsored by Swiss America, the only company I trust with my financial future.
Here's 760 booming in, WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. These always sound like locals in the evening.
365 email and the threats sitting in users' inboxes.
Wow, how did you get this?
There's a free tool called Barracuda.
The rise in Medicare Advantage enrollment wrestles some politicians' debates. Essentially,
Cultural and employees most at risk for a cyber
Finally, when the American people get to see what all of the people on the coast truly think of them. And as I say, I don't think that everybody on the coast really thinks of it.
Okay, I think we're getting a little bit of 770 here. You can get it, it just takes a little bit of tweaking. I'm thinking you could probably wrap a little wire around the ferrite loop here, do an external AM antenna, maybe a long wire. Definitely could have some, hopefully better selectivity, do something with that. That would help a little bit here. Probably use a passive loop too, that would help.
During the election of a new parliament.
And renew your bathroom with big savings.
Here's WBBM Chicago on 780.
Into your bathroom with vanities from Magic Woods Elements. The 36-inch wide Stratton vanity features a trendy gray finish with one door and two drawers that all...
Canada got a bit more crowded after Iran fired rockets at U.S. bases in Iraq in retaliation for the killing of a top Iranian military leader. Canada suspended its training mission in Iraq and moved most of the troops in Baghdad to Kuwait temporarily. You've all had a volatile...
It's coming in pretty good. 800. CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
As a country, essential in the efforts to defeat Daesh. Not 100% sure. All I know is Patrick will get his, but you better to get out. You're not all like that.
Okay, my Skywave can't pick up anything here. This could be WHB, Kansas City, Missouri, or this could be WGY, Albany, New York. One of the two. On 810.
They fall behind because their entire team is Russell Wilson can't hold around him. So if you focus on your contract now, eventually someone will get higher than Patrick. Look further now, someone next year.
A coronavirus update. We absolutely do, and so...
Okay, this sounds like WBAP 820, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles.
Typically me and Chris Tubbs, you're in the building, you're doing all production stuff and hanging out, so I shouldn't say that.
WCCO 830, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
We do. All right, we'll get back to the Wolves here in a little bit, and we got plenty of things that we'll get into in regards to the Wolves' second game since the massive trade or trades that occurred last.
A lot of freelance by guests tonight. Space Fence being fired up by the military. Just out of the blue, they're saying they're going to fire it up this month. And it takes a lot of power to fire something up like that. Gallium nitride's going to be used. And they're going to fire it up just like they fire up anything that basically screws with the ionosphere. And, of course...
We're talking about WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, on 840. This is... about 300 miles away.
To block incoming objects, but what incoming objects are they going to block? That's the question. But in the meantime, Alana Freeland has been doing research on this very subject for the longest time, and we've had her on the program to talk about it. In fact, she was one of the first. Under 9,
Okay, we're getting a little hint of KOA Denver here, 850, 890 miles away.
Right now, we're sticking with Space Fence. Space Fence has been, well, they're going to fire it up again. Now, they're talking about
C'est donc pas étonnant qu'il ait choisi cette expression-là comme titre pour son premier one-man show. Sam Breton, bonjour.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Bon, révélation de l'année au dernier gala des Oliviers. 50 000 billets vendus pour ce premier spectacle.
What about you? 855-212-4227. We'll go to David in Seattle. David, you're on the air. What's going on?
How are you, Mr. Quinn? I love your show.
There's WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Because I know you're on a time.
Yes.
Real quickly, I like the idea, okay? Mm-hmm. Going from 2 through 7 and 1 get to 5, okay? In the count,
It's definitely pointed south.
To increase their dominance. As Netflix expands in Hollywood to meet its growing appetite for content, with rivals who setting up nearby.
So the news talk here is WCBS 880, New York, 750 miles. And there's some music there underlying it. Probably, I'm thinking it's, what could that be? CKLQ, probably, Brandon, Manitoba. I get that sometimes.
The New Year's resolution to lose the weight you have struggled with for so long are notorious liars. They lie about what they can do. Their promises are bold-faced lies.
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago, Illinois. High-pitch whine coming from the camera.
So most people say, Bernie Sanders sounds good.
Sometimes I can pick up classic radio shows on 900. Right now it's kind of rough, nothing coming in.
be able to.
Long time, that was okay. It was okay to have 4 teams make the playoffs after 162 games, and you have 2/3 of the league are playing out the string by the time you get to the 4th of July. But that's no longer okay. So if you're now evolving to the complicated sports world of 2020 by finding a way to continue to bring relevance and bring attention to the game and television revenue and added attendance, I'm okay with that. I feel like baseball's evolving like that. No, but the stats and data would suggest baseball's doing just fine. Look, more product for playoff purposes. Baseball's always, right? Baseball's always, no matter what they said, baseball's doing just fine. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it is. Well, some of the numbers would suggest.
Okay, so this is probably...
High is always a good thing.
I'm guessing Kansas City, Missouri on 980 KMBZ. 490 miles, that's just a guess. Because I think this KKMS, Richfield, Minnesota, is a religious station. Just a guess.
Here is your chance. Take the next step in your professional journey. Join us February 21st at Wells Schwein Arena in Evanston for the annual
Here's 1000 WMVP, Chicago.
Meet with the professionals from the Bulls, the Bears, ESPN Chicago, and more.
The 1980s, and my last day on television, they were awarded $101 million, which was paid out to them in full 3 years later with interest, $116 million.
So WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts on 1030, 880 miles.
Badgers.
Help you improve your credit. No questions surrounding the human condition. Oh, come on, I need answers. But signing up, no credit card needed. Just download the Credit Karma app.
This commercial next to it, I went down a little bit, is KDKA 1020, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
Policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial, auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com.
2020 Country Vegas event. 9 big shows for one great price. Thomas Rhett, Rascal Flatts.
Need health care or...
You have 16 chances every weekday to win $1,000. Cold, hard cash. Powered by Pole Position Raceway.
I text all morning while I'm listening to Van and Bonnie, and then on the way home when I'm listening to Simon.
Every hour we'll give you the keyword to enter. Just text it to 200-200.
1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa.
Listening to News Radio 1040 WHO.
They say it.
Right now, today's top...
Lawmakers warn a political mailing that mimics the U.S. Census is not the real thing. And now we're the suburban here.
Flyers skating by the Florida Panthers at the center.
1060 KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
And mist in Center City as well. 46 degrees at the radio.com world headquarters in Center City. Good evening, Steve Tawa here. Our top story at 11:31. Crime in South Philadelphia has been on the...
Got country music. Hey, check that out. Country music on 1070. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what that would be. New station for me.
Never be hauled into a U.S. court, but a federal grand jury has indicted...
Nice and loud. WTAM 1100, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
2017, vacuuming up billions of data points on Americans. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
Now, here's what's happening across the state.
Cleveland Catholic Bishop Nelson Perez is preparing...
I've got 4 wonderful children. They're beautiful, they're healthy.
Face it, right?
And it's all because of what Jesus Christ did in my
The
life.
station in between here, 1110, is KFAB, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles. And the next station is going to be KMOX St. Louis on 1120.
Tammy.com. That's calltammy.com.
Ameren, Illinois salutes the great achievements of St. Louis area African Americans who changed the course of history, made the world a better place, and inspire us today. Reginald Hunt
So you heard St. Louis, Missouri. This is 275 miles.
graduated from Assumption High School and attended Harvard University.
I like that.
Forecasts you can depend on at the top and bottom of the hour. Use Radio 1140 WRVA.
New Hampshire residents cast the first.
So there you go, WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles, 1140.
Bernie Sanders is now in the lead, and you can feel that here.
You can save an average well-formed.
Time on News Radio, Wham 1180.
Hey friends, Lonsbury here for James.
There you go, Wham 1180, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. I'm going a little quicker now because we're getting towards the end of our time.
Quality of life. If you're not getting...
Got music on 1190. Is that KDMR? Probably. Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Robert of Sicily sat next to what he thinks. The voices of the choir scarcely touching his consciousness. Attired in gold fineries appropriate to his position.
This might be a new station, possibly. I'll look it up. This is a religious station on 1190.
Has been laid before him.
I think it's Relevant Radio.
Small, but each distracting. And so, Robert, the great and powerful...
They're in the trash. Garbage, gone, nada. Nothing.
1210 WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
So here it is. Picture it. A real, long-term American Beauty resident.
Find Baylor, now 22 and 8.
From Ian Rappaport, the NFL Network, the 3-month exam came back as positive as possible. Okay. That is great news for the individual and also great news for NFL teams. And that little quarterback.
So 1530 WCKY, Cincinnati. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It jumped up pretty far there. This is 300 miles.
These teams, Miami at 5, the Chargers, the Carolina Panthers at 7, Arizona Cardinals 8 set aside, but they found it worth their while.
This news here is KXEL 1540, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
Because for some reason that added to their...
Okay, I think the Hispanic speaker is 1610. Nope, maybe that's music. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Buzz. That comes from their station.
You're a joke.
1620. Hispanic on 1630. Hispanic speaking, music. I'm still trying to figure out what that is on 1630.
There is literally nobody in the pantheon of baseball.
I'm going to go all the way to the top here.
No team that has the advantage.
Most at something important, staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. So get a free prescription savings review. Plus, earn up to 50 extra bucks rewards each year for filling. Because of the things you could be better at, eating healthy tops them all. Treat yourself well at CVS. Terms and conditions apply. Not all prescriptions are available. See our pharmacist or CVS.com/RX savings or /RX rewards.
So KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles on 1700. So this radio goes all the way up to the top. It's excellent.
The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn this off. The Panasonic R-1551 and its evening medium wave band scan. A lot of fun, lots to find. I did a daytime band scan. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If it's out. I found 2 new stations during that video, which was amazing. Tonight we didn't find new stations, but it's always an exploration. You heard there's tons to find it, especially with a classic old radio like this. It's amazing. If you enjoy Panasonic radios, you like the old school ones like this, hit subscribe to the bell icon if you haven't already. I will try to feature more and more of these and band scans, more reviews if possible. I'm always looking for old Panasonic models. They made so many of them, So, you know, there's always like, do I have that model yet? Nope, I don't. I'm trying to get it. So I'll try to feature those on the channel. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the R-1551. Do you like its curved dial? Do you like its sound? I like how it sounds in that low tone. It sounds real mellow. You can listen to it all day long. Love the fact that you can plug it in. So let me know, guys. All right, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.